What's up, everybody? It's another episode of Wax Packs and Warning Tracks, Mojobreak's baseball card podcast. Cody and Bubba with you here at the Mojobreak studios. Baseball's here. It's here. Opening day. It's happened already, and if you're listening to this, it's basically the third opening day.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. Bubba, I'm not a huge fan of the way this has been all split, but whatever. Baseball's back.
Yeah.
So it's fine, I guess.
Third day of baseball.
Yeah.
First games for 6 teams. So a little different.
Yeah. I don't know if I like the, Royals and, I don't know, Royals and A's and a few other teams have yet to play.
Yeah.
As we're sitting here, if you're listening to this, everybody's played at this point, and baseball's here. So we're going to talk about a few guys that are on our radar. We always like to pick up a few guys as we get into the new season. And so we'll talk about a few guys that are sort of under the radar picks, or maybe some guys we think are going to pop off this year that we have picked up for our collection, or about to pick up for our collection. And then, of course, we got to give picks that are going to look awful in about 3 months.
Yeah, but that's fun. We get to come back and
Come back and look like dang idiots.
I know.
But that's the beauty of it here on opening day. It's everybody's 0-0, or if you're the Giants, you're 0-1 already after opening night on Netflix. That I'm just going to act like never happened, because it's just a 3-hour Netflix commercial.
Yeah, it didn't happen for really anyone that didn't have Netflix. So
it's true. Which it
was a forgettable game, I guess, for Giant fans.
Such a forgettable game in general. 7-0, and there wasn't any home runs. And Aaron Judge struck out 4 times. And after Webb went out of the game, there was no more runs. So it was like, big snooze. Big snooze. But hey, One Piece Season 2 coming soon to Netflix. So
sick.
That I definitely knew by the end of the broadcast. I was very aware of when Season 2 of Netflix's adaptation of One Piece was arriving. So
nice. Yeah, I don't have Netflix, so I was just honestly grinding Leaf Green on my Switch. So
there you go.
That's kind of what I was doing.
Honestly, you were probably better off. Also, maybe better. Look at you. You might be a trendsetter. You need to get off Netflix. You know, now that Stranger Things is over, I'm good.
Yeah,
there's nothing else.
It was kind of a been there, done that. Have you done Ozark yet?
You know what? We watched season 1, which was very good, and I just need to get back on it.
Cool. Do that before you get rid of the Netflix. Do Ozark, and
there you go.
Yeah,
Ozark next, and then Netflix. Bye bye. Sorry, I'll find Home Run Derby somewhere. Watch it at a bar. It'll be fine. I'll be all right.
I got a wild website for you. I'll take you right there.
There you go.
Anyway,
there you go. Maybe it'll be in the description for the episode. I don't know. That'll be our little secret, won't it? Let's talk about a few guys before we give our predictions. That will definitely 100% be a lock. Who are you? Who have you picked up anything? Have you who have you picked up for your PC before the season starts? You showed me one.
Yes.
That I got very excited about.
Yeah.
Actually, you showed me 2 that I got very excited about. I'll just let you go off. Like, who would you pick up?
So I made 3 big pickups, all kind of in different categories. So I made a PC pickup, a short term like hold and flip pickup, and then a long term play. So the PC pickup, a Beckett 9.5, Corey Seager, first Bowman Chrome refractor auto.
You got to lean in, dude. That's
a 10 on the corners on the subgrade, which is great for a card from 2012. Beautiful card. It's a beautiful card.
It is a beauty.
Yeah. My short-term flip play, trying to kind of take advantage of maybe some prices and values that were left a little low through like the December, January into February. I'm talking Gunnar Henderson. I picked up a 2023 Topps Chrome refractor auto, BGS 9.5 of Gunnar Henderson. Kind of playing off the WBC a little bit. His prices didn't go as crazy as I thought they were going to go right after the WBC, which was actually kind of a blessing. And I just think he's primed for another great year. His power numbers dropped a little bit last year, but man, that swing is undeniable.
Yep.
And I think with a little bit more potency in that lineup, maybe a little bit of pressure off Gunnar Henderson. He's a little bit more mature, sophomore slump. He kind of had like almost a second sophomore slump. This is now his third?
He's entering year 5. Can you believe that? It's third. It'll be his 4th full season.
4th full season. Okay, yeah.
It'll be his 4th full season. But yeah, you're right. We talked about it, I think, before the WBC. It's like he had a quote unquote down year, but like the power numbers went down. 17 home runs versus 37 a year before. So yeah, it's obvious like you're gonna feel that way, but like he did everything else really well still. He was still an excellent player. He was still a 5-win player, and he's only 25.
Yeah, he plays a great shortstop. You can move him around as they have some young talent coming up. You can move him around. So that's kind of my short-term flip. I hope he has a great first half, and you know I'm counting on it. I'm a big Gunnar fan. I always have been. My long-term play, which I'm not scared after yesterday's result, but I picked up a 2024 Diamond Icons Paul Skeens rookie auto.
I like that a lot.
Got a really good deal on it. Bought it raw, and I'm in no hurry to get it graded or anything. The card speaks for itself. So that's kind of like my long-term play. I mean, I really think he's going to be one of the that we've seen.
I like that pick a lot. First game for Skeens, I am not putting any of that on his shoulders. It didn't look as sharp as he usually does. Also, there was a lot of like weird, like, 99th percentile. This doesn't usually become a base hit, and like making like Jorge Polanco made like the weakest contact.
Bunt.
And got it on, and then led to O'Neal Cruz completely misjudging a fly ball to center field. That would have scored a run, but like that's all it would have done. And then dropping, or letting a ball fall right next to him. Like, it's a freak. It was a freak opening day start.
We'll talk divisions in a sec here, but I mean, that could be the name of the game when you're playing the Pirates. Just put the ball in play. Let them make mistakes.
Put it to center field, specifically.
Yeah, shoot. That was pretty ugly. Back-to-back hitters, I think.
You mentioned it this offseason, one of our episodes this offseason, of like, O'Neal Cruz in center field. We're going with that. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. I would not have, had him down for that kind of showing.
It's pretty rough.
But perhaps those plays, sprinkled in throughout the season. He wasn't wearing sunglasses. There was kind of a funny little interview with their new manager. I forget his name. Their new manager. And they were like, hey, man, like, reporter asked him, O'Neal didn't have sunglasses out there. Is that something you guys are looking into? And he's like, yeah, like our guys need to be prepared.
Yeah, you need to put on the shades. Don Kelly, by the way,
Don
who
Kelly
was, I believe, their manager part of last year.
He replaced Ben Shelton. Not Ben Shelton. That's the tennis player.
Yeah,
Shelton.
He was their manager last year too, halfway through the year. But yeah,
got you.
Yeah,
yeah, and I think just speaking like card value wise, I like to think that like my Skeens investment is the successes or failures of that card are going to be independent of the Pirates organization as a whole. Like Skeens is going to control his own card destiny, hopefully. I'll let y'all know how that one goes. I'll let you know how the Gunner goes too. I mean, I do want to make a play on that. I've got some other Gunner stuff. Like I picked up a Bob Ross PSA 10 rookie.
That's sick.
Nothing crazy, but just something for the PC.
I really like the Gunner play. I think he's going to have a way better year this year. The lineup's deeper. I mean, Pete Alonso is there now. Not just that, too. You got Pete Alonso. You got Taylor Ward there. You've got Sam Basayo for a full season as your DH option. Guys are getting healthier. I think Westbrook's hurts right now, but like he'll be back in the lineup. And then when you get him back in that lineup, it's a really deep lineup, incredibly deep lineup of the like Holiday's your 9-hitter essentially. Yeah. And then a rotation that is like kind of a bunch of number 3. It's like everybody's a number 3 starter in that rotation.
Yeah, they need guys to have years.
Yeah. Rogers looked very good on opening day.
He looked great.
You got Bradish there who could be a potential ace. So I actually like the depth of that team a lot in a really, really hard division.
Yeah.
But I think Gunner he's not a dark horse MVP, but like if you were like Gunner's my MVP, I'm like, yeah, that's a great pick. I actually like his odds of having that bounce back. I kind of like a lot of the guys that we have been collecting the last few years who came up big early and maybe have settled down a little bit, but you still look at how old these guys are and what they've accomplished so far in their career, and you're like,
yeah,
we still haven't seen the best. Like these guys are 25, 26 years old. Like we're still waiting. Then you'll kind of see a theme in some of my picks and some of my MVP Cy Young picks too. Of like, that's kind of where I'm at. Like there's a few guys that are ready to unlock that next level of play. I feel like.
Yep. Yeah, Corbin Carroll comes to mind too.
Corbin, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, a low-key MVP pick. I'll share a few of the guys I am picking up going into the season. High on my list, he doesn't have a Bowman, but there are so many Yuri Perez Topps Chrome autos numbered for way under $100. And I said it on our hot take video. It wasn't just for show. He is my pick for the Cy Young this year.
Sick.
I think we forget how good he was. He's halfway through the year. He was back from Tommy John. But when he came up with the Marlins, we were talking about one of the most like electric arms we had seen in a while at just 20 years old. He's only 23. Like it's that's another one where I'm like, he enters the year, he's going to turn 23 in about 2 weeks. Like,
wow, so he was 20 when we were chasing his rookies and stuff, right?
He
was
23.
Yeah.
Like again, a reminder of what he did at 20 years old in 2023 when he got called up. He had a 3.15 ERA. He had 108 strikeouts in 91 innings.
Yeah.
The strikeout numbers were really good in spring. And last year when he came back, I know the ERA was, at 4.2. He was back from Tommy John. He had about half a season. He still had 105 strikeouts in 95 innings last year. I just think the stuff is electric. I think he's young enough to be able to bounce back. I kind of think of like Sandy a few years ago where like no one was watching, no one was paying attention, and then suddenly a guy just puts it all together. And I think they're going to be a little more hands-on with him than they just let Sandy loose. And like if you can go 8 or 9 every game, we'll let you do it. Yeah. But I do think there's a little bit of that mentality of like, if he starts to show and build that confidence in the first few starts, that organization will just has the mentality of like, we'll let him off the leash a little bit and let him go. I just think the stuff is so good. We forget how good that stuff was. The fastball is insane. He had the numbers, the behind the scenes number, the back end numbers looked really good in the spring. And for again, if you're just looking for some of his top, I mean, I'm looking at like number to 150 Topps Chrome autos for like $75 rookie autos.
Wow.
For him. I just think it's absolutely worth a shot. I'm really, really high on him this year.
Yeah. I mean, he has a great chance to be like at least their lone representative for the All-Star game. I mean, they could have many, but like if he stays healthy, his stuff is so good, man. His K-9 rates are nuts. And I root for guys like that because I've been rooting for that Marlins rotation, kind of like low key. It was looking like for a while, it was looking like Sandy, Edward Cabrera, Yuri Perez, Max Meyer, Noble Meyer coming up.
Yeah.
Like it looked like, okay, like we talk about all these like teams with good offense. What are they missing? They're missing pitching. Here's a team that has it. Can we add some bats?
Sucks that Stowers is going to be hurt for a while.
Yeah. Stowers hurt for a little bit. They shipped off Edward Cabrera.
Yep.
They got Owen Casey for him.
Which I love that move.
Which is cool.
They didn't need Cabrera. They got enough young pitching out there.
Sandy's, I'll say, he's a shell of himself, of his former self.
Might be a nice trade piece at the deadline.
Totally.
If he can just kind of be just if he can be like a mid to high 3 ERA guy who eats innings, there's a lot of teams that will love that.
I could see him in San Francisco.
I would love to see it. He's kind of the perfect guy they need.
I think he plays to that park really well, too.
Yep. That would be a perfect fit.
Yeah. So I'm rooting for Yuri. That's a cool pick.
Yeah.
Man, that's a really good pick that I think a lot of people out there won't even think about him.
He was hitting, I had to look it up because I know the fastball's still live and he looked great in the spring, but he was hitting 98 average fastball velocity last year, coming back from Tommy John.
Yeah.
A full year of rehab, a full year of getting back to full strength. I think the sky's the limit.
They're going to let him go. I mean, he has a new elbow.
Yeah.
The surgery, the procedure, the technology, it's all there. They're going to let him go.
Yeah. I'm very excited about him. I've mentioned him a few times before, my next pick, and he also feels like kind of the most obvious pick, but like I really like Ben Rice. I really like Ben Rice.
He went so early in my fantasy draft.
When you've got catcher eligibility and you got first base power,
yeah,
it's going to happen.
Yeah, he's All right, go on.
Look, another guy, and I say this too because I am more of I like collecting Topps Chrome, but it did bum me out that because he was a complete unknown for a while, so he's got no Bowman, he's got no first Bowmans out there.
It was Austin Wells was like the rookie catcher that we were talking about,
right? Like Ben Rice was just like when he came up and he had that 2-homer game, or was it 3 homers?
The
3-homer game. We're like, who the hell's this guy? What's this guy doing here? Tailor made for that ballpark. Big, powerful lefty. Just the advanced stats jump off the page. You watch him, he hits the ball so hard. He's just, again, I am such a sucker for big, tall, powerful lefties. I grew up watching Barry Bonds. So when I see a guy who came out of nowhere and is doing it with the Yankees, grew up a Yankee fan, and now is given the runway to just be like, you're the dude. Sorry to Paul Goldschmidt, who is there, but like it's his job. Maybe he can improve a little bit against lefties, but I do think another guy where potential is so high is I bet his Chrome autos are up, but like they were going for as low as like $50, $60 for like graded Chrome, for graded Chrome autos. Like, I don't know. That's just like that's an automatic for me. Like a guy who grew up a Yankee fan doing things in that stadium. That's a folk hero. That's folk hero. Like that's a guy who never like he hits a big home run in a playoff game for the Yankees. He's a guy who eats for free in New York for the rest of his life. And Yankee fan, and those guys sell too. Like if you're looking to collect and you want to flip him, like he has a big moment in the playoffs, like it's gonna be huge. Or hold on to him for a while because I think he's gonna have a nice career in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, he's like the Yankees are like the dark side. He's like Kylo Ren. Judge is like Vader, and Booney's Sidious.
Judge is Vader. He's Sidious. Kylo Ren is Ben Rice.
He's got all this like untamed energy.
Trent Grisham is Darth Maul.
Jazz has to be in there with his torpedo bat. He's got to be someone.
Oh yeah, no. Jazz is
well,
I don't know.
Anyway,
Jazz is Boba Fett maybe in this scenario.
That's safe. That's a safe pick. Yeah. Do you have a third?
I do.
Okay.
And he's not super cheap, but he's cheaper than I thought he'd be going into the season. And I haven't picked him up yet, but I'm 100%. Actually, I'll say this. I sold him because he has the misprint card on his first Bowman. He's a Padres star.
Oh.
And it wasn't him. It was, what was his name?
Hassel?
Travis. No. I'm thinking Jackson Merrill.
Right.
Was it Travis Fry was the guy, or not for Travis
Fry? Okay, I thought it was Hassel.
It was. No, it was like a guy who's, no offense to him, I don't think he's ever made it, and I'm not sure he's on the track. But yeah, it was like a total misprint, which is why his first Bowman autos are not first Bowmans, because he didn't sign him. He saw it and went, that's not me. It's Jackson Merrill, who those cards, those base versions raw were like going for like $40 when he had his crazy rookie year. So I'm like, well, I'm never going to get better value than this for a card that is a mistake.
People didn't know. Not everyone knew.
No.
Yeah.
So and there are some, because Merrill's first autos are not first Bowmans, they are a little bit cheaper than you would expect them to be. Mm-hmm. And I think too, obviously they're cheaper because he just had injuries all of last year and never could get quite on the field. I mean, he played 115 games, and I just don't think he ever quite got on track. Like, he had a down year compared to what was this phenomenal rookie season. Like, just came not out of nowhere, but like, I think that jump from him being an everyday shortstop, thinking this is the shortstop of the future, to, oh, you're going to be opening day center field. Like, everything that led up to that, like him going, your everyday center field, you're going to go to Japan with us to play on opening day against the Dodgers, have at it, kid. And then for him to respond with the kind of year he had that year, that right there locked me in of like, this kid's really special.
The Padres do that. I want, like, you brought up shortstop to outfield. They've done it with Tatis.
Their entire lineup is basically second baseman or shortstops.
Yeah. He has like a huge opportunity to be the best player on that team, both like subjectively because he plays an amazing center field. Shout out Topps for featuring him like robbing home runs, each of his last card images through Flagship and whatnot. And like he's gonna be in that shadow of Tatis so long as they're on the same team. They're roughly the same age, give or take. Tatis is always gonna be El Nino. But Merrill has the I think a really good shot to and also subjectively, objectively with the counting stats, be the top guy. Will he have more home runs than Tatis and Machado? Maybe not. But can he steal a handful of bases? Can he hit 290? Maybe you pair that up with superior outfield defense, which is here I am talking about all his outfield defense. We were just mentioning he was a shortstop, so just speaks to the athlete he is and the ball player he is. I'm super high on him. I like that you brought him up because I refuse to bring up Padres on this podcast.
That's fair. I know. It's actually kind of, that's one thing we can agree on usually.
Yeah, but it's great. And because of the uniqueness of his card market and the history behind his card market, maybe a really cool opportunity to buy low on him at various stages throughout the year. Even when he is hot, you might be able to find a cool steal. I like the pick. And when I think about Dodgers Padres games coming up, he's a formidable guy in the box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking forward to
another guy where I just think we've yet to see the best. He's only 23. The base stealing went down last year. He only had one. Kind of nuts.
Whoa.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I take it back.
16 in rookie year. 16 in his rookie year.
Okay.
So there was a real thought of oh, well, a full year, you're looking at maybe a guy who can go 30-30, potentially, if he wants to let, go off the chain a little bit. But if he could still, again, I think the power is still there. The defense is still there. A chance to become the best. I think you're right. Potentially the best hitter in that lineup. I still think we have yet to see the best of Jackson Merrill, and I think I think we're just forgetting him. I think we're really forgetting about him in a rookie class too, where he was as good as that rookie class was. I think there was still he was a top 5 guy for collectors. Out when that rookie class was all said and done.
So 2024 was the Jackson 3, Merrill, Churio, Holiday.
Yep.
He was kind of number 3 for a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, Holiday was going into everything number 1. Churio just kind of by his play propelled himself into 1.
Yep.
The Brewers were winning a ton of games. And Merrill, everyone respected Merrill. He had some big games. Merrill was clutch his rookie year. He had walk-off homers. He had crazy diving catches and high leverage late innings. Responsible for a lot of big RBIs in divisional games. That guy was a menace. He was kind of the third Jackson. And now Churio just went down with a broken hand.
Yep.
What happened there?
Yeah, it's tough.
Holiday is, I don't know.
We'll see.
TBA. And Merrill, I have a lot of confidence talking about Merrill and my projections for him. And I shout out Jackson Merrill.
If the Padres are gonna be good, and I'm not 100% sure on that, given the state of their pitching staff, they absolutely need a breakout season from Jackson Merrill.
Yeah,
he need it.
They have the best bullpen in baseball, maybe.
Yep. They just got to get him there.
They got to get there and not get there in the 5th inning.
No. That's where you're going to blow guys' arms out. You're going to get guys exhausted. They needed one more pitcher. They really need. There's a lot of teams.
Dude, I thought they were going to go get Framber. I thought Framber fit right there.
They are such a weird, and again, they're also now, sounds like they're up for sale. Been hearing Joe Lakeup might be buying them. So things could change here.
Yeah.
But no team really. The RIP to Peter Seidler, where that just kind of the entire trajectory of this franchise really went a little bit off the rails, and they kind of started operating. They are not fully operating again like a small market team, but they kind of have to for the time being until they can get this all settled.
It's like a band of misfits, and they're throwing. It seems like they're throwing things at the wall, seeing what's going to stick. They have so much talent that they're going to get away with a lot.
They will.
If they were in any other division in baseball, perhaps they'd be, perennial playoff contenders. That's going to be a tough division to make the playoffs in.
They kind of strike me as a team that could easily be the second best team in this division, or fall all the way to 4th.
Yeah.
Their rotation. Pavetta's very good. Michael King is good. He's just got to be healthy.
Yeah.
But then Randy Vasquez, Herman Marquez, and Walker Buehler is the 5th starter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not.
Just temper your expectations.
Yeah.
This is coming from a Dodger fan. I love Walker Buehler.
Man,
Temper your expectations.
You want to talk about that's one where a regrettable purchase. I bought a first Bowman auto of Walker Buehler thinking it was a great buy.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
It has tanked ever since. There was like a brief moment where I thought it's going to happen.
I kind of want to go get one. It's a really good looking card.
It's a great looking card.
He also has a great Topps like true rookie card. It's horizontal. It's very nice.
Yeah. Well, I've got one if you need it. So, maybe we could talk off.
Yeah, I'm down.
Off air. Let's talk just predictions. Let's get into it.
Cool.
We're beating around the bush. Let's start. You want to go National League or American League to start?
Let's start in the AL.
Start in the AL. All right. Let's go West first. Let's just give me your AL West.
All right, I got my little list here.
Yep, I got a list too.
All right, in the AL West, I have the Texas Rangers winning the division.
Whoa!
And I have them winning on a game 1-6-3.
I love it.
Over the Mariners.
I love the specificity.
Yeah.
So Mariners second.
Yeah. It's a crapshoot the rest of the way down. I want to think the Astros are going to be there in third. Mike Trout gave me a little bit of hope last night. Mike Trout gave me a little bit of hope.
I loved seeing that. The swing looked so good.
Yeah.
And I just was like,
that ball hasn't landed yet.
he swung and it basically like, it's like one of those cuts where it like zooms, like if you've seen Severance where like they like sucked it. It was like that, but I got transported back to like 2014.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yes.
That's what it felt like
I felt like weird warmth, like when I walk into Disneyland, like for the first time in a while, like there's just so much
warm and fuzzy,
a little bit of like not anxiety, but like just like good, like healthy nervousness.
Yeah,
like
got the butterfly.
Okay, is this something that like we're like okay?
Is
are
it
we
real?
doing this?
Is it actually
real?
Gonna happen? God, we need
they got to pitch. They got to find a way to pitch. But
a 40 homer Trout season would heal us truly.
I want Mike Trout to get MVP votes. Just come in like sixth, but like
I'd love it.
Be on someone's ballot.
It would be so cool to see. I really believe like it would be so good for baseball to like see Mike Trout at the All-Star game again.
Yeah.
Like it'd be great.
130 games is like
it's not crazy.
Not crazy.
It's not crazy.
And he
needs to accept that he's got a DH a good amount of those. I don't know if he's fully accepted that.
Dude, in that interview, he's like, yeah, I feel myself in center field. Like, it's like no one wants you there. I want him there. I think Mike Trout fans want him there.
Yeah.
And like also baseball realists, like,
I get it. Like we talked about it on a few episodes ago. Like he's the same age as Aaron Judge. So like he's like, I'm not an old man.
Right.
Like I could still do this.
Yeah.
I hope he has a great year.
So who do you have in the AL West?
I have got the Seattle Mariners.
Yep.
I love that team. I love that rotation.
They can pitch.
I'm going Houston sort of reluctantly too. I'm like not 100% sold. Like I'll say this, 2 to 4, I could see swapping a lot of spots here, but my gut said Houston, A's, Rangers. It might be too low on the Rangers. And then Angels, unfortunately. I don't see it happening.
Yeah,
with them, Yeah. Astros is the one where I'm like, am I just still in Astros are always good mode? Are we past it now? Are we out of the Astros era officially?
No, because I think they did a hell of a job revamping.
Yeah.
And Jordan is still maybe probably a top 10 hitter in baseball.
Yeah, that's the other thing is a full season of a healthy Jordan.
Yeah, Jeremy Pena is still trying to find some health, but he's awesome.
Yep.
They lost Kyle Tucker. They got Correa back, right?
Yeah, he's back.
He's not necessarily supposed to be like a huge standout offensively, but
gosh, I don't know if we can change this on the fly because now I'm like looking at their lineup. I'm going, is this really the second place team in this division? Pena, Altuve, Jordan, Correa, Joey Loperfido, Cam Smith, Christian Walker, Yainer Diaz, who I like, Jake Myers.
So Cam Smith being above average can make them better than the A's, than the Angels for sure. I mean, maybe the Rangers. It's a little bit of a homer pick. You know, I'm thinking Corey Seager's going to.
Their rotation is objectively better than the Astros. That rotation is good.
Yeah.
If it can click, it's good.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, they added Gore.
man, I don't know. I'll stick with it. I'll stick with it because I kind of think the Astros way, and that also doesn't have Isak Paredes, who's going to be back at some point.
Right.
I could see why they didn't trade Isak Paredes at this point because they need him.
That's your guy.
They need Isak Paredes. They need a little more pitching too, but Hunter Brown is a dude, so I'll go with that. And
if they're in it, if they're in the fight, pitching's going to be available. We're talking about a guy like Sandy. Pitching's going to be available.
Central.
How about okay, perfect. Because I was just going to bring up Tariq Skubal being a trade candidate. I do think Skubal gets traded because I think the Tigers are not in contention the way they want to be. I think the Kansas City Royals take the division.
Wow.
And we'll revisit this Royals in a little bit here, but yeah, I have KC 1, I have Cleveland 2, Detroit 3, Minnesota, and then the White Sox. I think Cleveland's just going to find a way to scrape together wins again. They're like the Brewers of the AL. They're just going to be there. Detroit, I think they had a heck of a first half, and they were pretty bad in the second half. They choked a 15-game lead at one point. McGonigal's cool. Was he 3 for 3 at one point yesterday?
4 for 5.
4 for 5, yeah.
Weather hold
love
on
it.
opening day.
A great day for rookies.
Really good day for rookies.
Really good day for rookies.
Sell.
Yes.
Sell. I saw some crazy prices.
Carson Benj.
We didn't talk about him at all. And then he makes the opening day roster. He's starting in right field. Home run.
Yeah.
For a Mets team that I think is really, really good.
Yes. So yeah, I have KC. I believe in Bobby. I mean, man, I've talked about Cole Reagans. He's not my Cy Young pick this year, but I've talked about Cole Reagans in the past, over the past 3 years, maybe since 22, about, winning a Cy Young or being there. He just can't stay healthy. I'm going to cross my fingers that this year's the year. And I think a healthy Reagans, if he can go 30 to 35 starts, they have guys. They have a great back end of the bullpen in Estevez. I think he led the AL in saves last year.
Yep.
And it's just a fun pick. I think a lot of people are rooting for Bobby right now coming off the WBC. And yeah, that's where I'm at.
I like it. I'm going Detroit 1. I think they learn from that bad second half. I just think that rotation's too good.
Yeah, they got Framber, right?
Skubal, Framber, Flaherty, Verlander, Mize is your 5th starter. I really, really like that rotation. Yeah. I like McGonigal being added to the lineup. I low-key think this might be the best team in the American League if they could put it all together. They were for half a season by a lot. They were the best team in the league. So I think if they could do it again, and Skubal being more motivated to be it's contract year, it might be the last dance here with the Tigers. I think it's going to be a lot of motivation to really, really do well this year.
He had a great first start.
Yeah, and less pressure to be the dude with all those. I mean, Framber right after him. I think there's a lot to love about this team.
Yeah, that whole staff walks out of walks into a restaurant or whatever. It's like Justin Verlander's probably probably the guy that. Yeah, that's a good call. And a little less limelight.
Verlander too, back into comfort zone. And look, and I know he kind of got made fun of in the first half last year with the Giants. What's going on? Why is he not have a win? He low-key had an incredible second half.
Yeah,
you look at the stats. He had a sub-3 ERA at 41 years old.
Yeah, he was fantasy relevant. I was picking him up. He's great.
Yep. I got Kansas City 2, Cleveland 3. I got the White Sox 4. That's a win. They're not last. Despite the fact that they got destroyed yesterday on opening day, but whatever, it's one game. And then Minnesota 5. These guys I like in Minnesota, but just it's a rebuild.
How about they're calling him Mooney, Munetaka Murakami Mooney?
Well, the power's real.
That was a moonshot.
That was a big boy home run.
That was sweet.
Yeah, the power's real. Munetaka Murakami. I'm gonna call it now. Home run derby participant.
Cool.
I think that'd be fun.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
Now, does he get in on his own accord, or is he in there like a Mizorowski was the All-Star starter?
I think it'd be something like he's sitting at 18 home runs.
Oh, that gets you in.
You know what? That's good enough.
That gets you in.
And the 18 are mammoth shots like we saw. If that's it, then we're oh yeah, he's in.
Yeah, the only way I think this guy squeaks him over the fence is if he if just routine fly balls turn into homers for him. It doesn't seem like he has like any like short distance home runs.
No, absolutely not. No, this is, again, they were the Schwarber comp, and it looked like it.
Schwarber with a big bomb.
AL East is a beast.
Yes.
This was the hardest division for me to figure out.
Yeah, so I have a case for each team, including the Tampa Bay Rays, but I'm just gonna, because this isn't a 3-hour show. Boston Red Sox.
Okay.
I think they're gonna pitch their way through games.
Really good pitching staff.
Roman Anthony, amazing. I'm not gonna talk about Roman here. I'm gonna talk about guys like Trevor Story, who I think is gonna come back and have a good year. I think Marcelo Mayer, who was like, oh, Marcelo Mayer's our hotshot rookie. The Red Sox have been like cycling these hotshot rookies. It was Campbell, then it was Mayer, now it's Roman Anthony. It was Peyton Tolley a little bit last year.
Now we're seeing the fruits of their labor the last few years of like, hey, the Red Sox have a generational run going right now in their minor league system.
Yeah, so I'm cool with like not one guy like having to like wear the cape or like be like I'm the rookie guy. Like it's like a little like fraternity, these guys. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna go play out and like dominate these like IM sports, but it's MLB. I like the Red Sox. I have the Blue Jays second. I have the Baltimore Orioles third. And I do have the New York Yankees fourth.
Woo! Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know.
The pitching depth is tough. They have still a good bullpen. They still have a great lineup.
It's the hardest division for a reason.
Yep.
I just really like the Red Sox at 1, so I'm not wavering from that. And I just love the moves the Orioles made. And the Orioles almost feel like not in a money spent sense, but like in all right, the talent's there. This is the year. Like they remind me of the Mets a little bit. Like, all right, we have this super squad together. Rookies, vets, legends in the making. If it doesn't happen this year, I almost just don't have any faith in the Orioles to get anything done. And I think second place would be a huge dub, because in that division, if you come in second place, I think you're in the playoffs no matter what.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here. This is maybe my hottest take. I think the AL East has 4 playoff teams, because I just look at the rest of the league, and maybe that just isn't even possible given the way the schedule shakes out. I don't know, but I'm like, if I put the Baltimore Orioles, who I have 4th place in this division, if I put them in the AL Central, I think they could win that division or at least be second. Like, I think they're really good. I think this whole division is really good.
Yes.
That's my going out on a limb. I think there's 3 wildcard teams in this division and a division winner. I don't know if it's possible.
If it's possible, I mean, so they have to be better than
Kansas City.
The 4th place team has to be better than like a KC, Detroit, Seattle, Houston.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound so far fetched.
It's not that crazy.
The schedule, it had to be possible.
Yes. Basically, it probably means too that the 3rd team is getting like 83 wins, because they're just going to eat each other up, and at some point, they're not going to. It's like having 3 teams at 88 wins isn't possible in this. Like, it's just not possible with the schedule. But I still feel pretty strongly that, and I think everyone's pretty even. Like, I think Kansas City is not far from these teams. I think the A's, the Astros, and the Rangers aren't that far off from these teams. But regardless, I got the Blue Jays first. I've got Yankees second. Rodon and Cole will be back at some point, and then that rotation will look a lot better. They also have Aaron Judge, and no one else does. Red Sox, I love the rotation. Orioles, I only have them 4th just because I just have questions about that pitching staff and how long they can last. And if one guy goes down, then it's like, again, your rotation of number 3 starters, and there's just not a clear ace on there. But I love the lineup, and I think they have the potential to make me look like an idiot. And Rays, I've got 5th. But again, the Rays could also surprise us, because Shane McClanahan's a guy that I didn't even talk about that I'm really high on this year.
Okay.
A guy who when he was healthy, was an all-star starter.
He was like the best pitcher in baseball that year. Yeah.
He's coming back from TJ, but that's not like the death sentence it's not any. It hasn't been for years.
Dude, they're good. Jonathan Aranda does not get talked about enough.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Yeah.
He could hit 300 and probably hit 35 homers this year.
Yeah. It's a hard division.
Junior Caminero, of course.
It's a really, really good division where the last place team is the Rays. That means it's a good division.
Yeah.
Well, I told you my 3 wild card teams. It's the Yankees, Red Sox, and Orioles. I think they're all making the playoffs. Who'd you have as wild card?
So wild card's going to be Cleveland, Seattle, and Toronto.
Yeah. Toronto's lineups too. They did a great job too of kind of like what the Mets did. It's funny because Boba went there. Of like they did a good job of tinkering, even though they lost some really big pieces.
Yeah.
And yet I look at them at the end of the day and go, I'm not mad at what they did. Like this is still going to be a team that really competes.
Yeah, and I think Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland's better than Baltimore or the Yankees this year. I just think Cleveland gets in with that spot because of their schedule, and they just win a lot of games every year.
Good pitching staff too.
Yeah,
they got a good pitching staff.
Yeah.
Let's go to the National League. I think this could be probably the quickest one. The NL West. Let's just say it.
Dodgers.
1, 2, 3 Dodgers.
Yeah, cool. I do have the Giants number 2.
I do too.
I really like their team. I think they have one of the best infields in baseball.
Yep. You can hear my reluctance when I say I have them too.
I love Logan Webb, and I always will.
Yeah.
That style of pitching, that speaks to me. They made some cool moves. I really like Jung-Hoo Lee, who, again, he's not my pick for MVP, but I think he could be the most valuable player on that team.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And
Good
then
breakout pick.
I do have Padres 3, D-backs 4, Rockies 5. We talked about the Padres. I think Zona will be better than the Rockies, and that's kind of how I break that down.
I got Dodgers 1. I do have Giants 2. I will say this. I'll preface it with the way I talked about the Orioles rotation. Basically, the Giants rotation feels like the Orioles rotation with an ace. That's how it feels.
Yeah, okay.
Where it's like a bunch of 3s, maybe 4s. We'll see if it. I don't know if it's enough.
You need guys like Bresnahan to pop off, right? You need some young talent. Wisenhunt. Yeah.
They need one of the, and that's what they're betting on. But you're right. I think they're also betting on maybe at the deadline. They're like, all right, someone's gonna be available.
Yeah, go get a Sandy. Go get someone.
Yeah. I've got Diamondbacks 3. Cool. I just am not sold on that Padres rotation at all. I just think that is red alert on that rotation right now. And I love Michael King. I think he's one of the more underrated guys when he's healthy. He's just not healthy enough.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about that. And even the bottom of that lineup, I'm kind of like, there's questions here. And then Rockies in the 5th spot. NL Central. Who do we got?
Central. I have the Milwaukee Brewers. Not the sexiest of picks. It's kind of like a Cleveland pick. I think they're just going to win a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Milwaukee. A little bummer to hear about Churio. I really don't know what happened. I tried, I was it a hit by pitch? I don't think he was healthy going into opening day.
Yeah, he was hurt at the WBC, if I remember.
Yeah, and then I feel like I just saw it was that he had a broken hand.
Yeah. I think he was nursing it, and then they realized, oh, it's a lot worse than we thought.
All right, cool. I love that on opening day.
Yeah, right.
That's cool.
Rough.
But yeah, Mizorowski, have a year, dude. I'm rooting for you. You're not my Cy Young pick this year in the NL, but
11 Ks on opening
dude,
day.
so cool.
Very cool.
After allowing that 2-run dinger in the first inning.
That's a great job by bouncing back, because that's been the thing, is that when he loses it, it's like all hell breaks loose.
Dude, yeah, he was like pinpoint. Really, he was dotting.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
He looked good.
He's built like me, too. We both got little wrists. Right. I have the Cubs second. I think the Cubs are better without Kyle Tucker because of the additions they made. I think Cade Horton is a star. I think that Edward Cabrera is a star. Alex Bregman is a cheater, but he's really good at baseball. they have do they have like a little bit of like a catching conundrum going on? Do they have
A little bit.
So I like to see maybe Ballesteros move off of catcher, maybe play a little first, or just move around a little bit. I don't know.
Could be he's probably your
DH.
He's the DH option while Seiya's hurt.
Yeah, that's a great call too. Seiya, who I wasn't even going to bring up, but yeah, like he had a great year last year.
Yeah, he was great.
So I like the Cubs. Dude, I'm going to stick with my pick because I made these picks before the Pirates game yesterday. I have the Pirates 3, which I don't think yesterday's anything to like write home about or anything, so that's fine. Pirates 3, Skeens is going to Skeens, Bubba Chandler, whoop whoop, good name. I just don't like the Cardinals or the Reds.
No, I like the Reds probably more than you do.
Okay.
But the Cardinals are in clear rebuild mode.
Yeah,
they hit the reset button big. More than maybe there are few teams in baseball where you can say they are clearly rebuilding right now. You could say there's teams that are not trying hard enough, but I think there are maybe one or two teams where like, oh yeah, no. They are in rebuild mode right now. And that's like the Cardinals, maybe the White Sox to an extent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Cardinals is like Mason Wynn, Alec Burleson.
Yeah. They're trying to
JJ Weatherholt, you know?
Yeah.
Which is fun.
The young guys are going to get a shot this year, and we're going to see how good that team is in a couple of years.
Yeah, and then I don't have much on I don't have many notes here on Cincy.
Hunter Green being out for a long time.
Yeah.
Really, because I think that rotation was one of the most underrated in baseball. Without him, tough. I still really like Chase Burns. I'm high on him this year.
Rhett Lauder.
They need to figure out. There's a lot of guys who are playing out of position in that lineup, but I will say very high on Noelvi Marte this year.
Yeah, Royd Boy, as we call him.
That's right. He had a really good spring.
He's very good.
He's very, very good. I think that a guy who's a post-type guy, I don't know if the value ever goes up because he's got that mark on him now, but it's a guy I'd be interested in. I got the Cubs first. Just too much talent. Just way too much talent on this team. The Bregman edition, great. Michael Busch, maybe the most underrated first baseman in baseball.
Yeah.
Solid rotation. Milwaukee, I've got 2. I got them as a wild card team as well because they're automatic. Like it is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Kyle Harrison, make us proud, dude. I'm so rooting for you. Shout out San Jose and former top Giants prospect. Pirates, I got 3. Maybe makes a run for the wild card. It's kind of a lot of like they got a bunch of good third option free agents. It felt like all right, well this is Plan C. And they're all solid, but I'm not like Brandon Lau. I liked that move a lot, but that rotation I think could be by the end of the year. I think that rotation could be undeniable. Reds, I mentioned it, underrated, and yeah, Cardinals are 5th, rebuild mode.
Nice.
NL East, another one that I think is a really solid division.
East.
Yep.
I have the Mets number 1.
So do I.
I think the Mets are the second best assembled roster in baseball behind the Dodgers.
Yep.
I thought that last year.
Didn't happen.
No. I have the Phillies 2nd. They're also a wild card team for me. Ready?
I'm ready.
I have the Miami Marlins 3rd.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was waiting. I'm like, one of us is going to say Marlins are going to surprise people.
I have the Marlins 3rd. I do have the Braves 4th. Sorry, Braves fans. You could very well be 2nd or 3rd in that division, probably. And then I do have the Nats at the bottom of the division. Rebuild.
That's another team in clear rebuild.
Yeah, Brady House looked good yesterday, so that was cool to see. Yeah. Dylan Cruz is just not looking like he's going to be ready to go anytime soon.
Didn't even start on opening. Was not on the opening day roster.
Yeah, he was under the Mendoza line through spring. Yeah. So it's not over for him. He's still super young too, and has had success at the big league level. Just we'll get there. Yep. I'll work my way kind of bottom. So the bottom up. Then the Braves. They could be like the most improved team in 2026. Maybe they should be. I'm just not bought in yet. I do like Miami because of that pitching, and they just have a little bit of a swagger. They kind of have like that nothing to lose vibe, which is dangerous in baseball, especially if they can get hot. Look out.
They kind of did at one point last year. Like in the second half last year,
they went on a run.
They went on a little run.
The Phillies are great. They're really great. And Chris Sanchez, man. Chris Sanchez, we can talk more about Chris Sanchez in a bit.
Sign a big extension, too.
Yeah. And then the Mets are just, I think, like I said, I mean, it's going to be Dodgers Mets there in the CS if that's how the bracket and things line up. But
I think I think they're the two best teams in the league. I think they're arguably the two best teams in baseball.
Yeah,
I think that whoever wins the World Series is coming out of the National League. Yeah, they're just the most talented team. A great mix of superstars, young players, rebound candidates. Like Luis Robert getting in that lineup is going to do so much for him.
Hitting fifth.
Yes.
With protection.
Marcus Semien
Hitting
again
fifth
also.
with protection is nuts, by the way.
Yeah, but isn't that nice? And just a really good rotation. And I just like this team a lot. They basically have the Yankees bullpen from a year ago. Luke Weaver and Devin Williams in the back end, which is pretty funny. But I got them first. I've got the Phillies second. I was going to say something with the Phillies. Phillies are undeniably a bunch of stars that are very good. Lineup's getting a little stale. I'll just say that. It's the same guys year in and year out. There's something to be said about that stability, but when that stability is getting first round exits every year, I don't know. It kind of feels like it's time to, change the recipe a little bit. They brought in Justin Crawford on opening day to be a top prospect there. I don't feel like Adolis does anything for me. Like, I saw a lot of fans being like, why didn't you just bring back Harrison Bader? Like, if you were going to do that, you could have done that at the same price, and he's a better player. So that's my only thing with them. They're still very good, and they're going to be good, but, like, did they do enough to get over that hump? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Not to be better than the Mets, but
right. I just feel like they're settling for second in the division, and like maybe high 80s, low 90s wins, and then they'll lose to the Dodgers.
Yeah, if I'm a fan, if I'm a Phillies fan, like, I'm not thrilled on. And again, we've had 2 games or 1 game for each team so far. Like, if Alec Boehm turns out after he's done suing his mom, if he turns out,
I don't know about this story.
Oh, it's good. And actually, I think I'm on Alec Boehm's side, to be honest, but I digress. If he turns out like another average season, like, as a fan, I'm like, okay, can we do something else? We're the Phillies. Andrew Painter could be a guy.
Yeah.
Andrew Painter could totally be a guy.
But, like, I would have...
over the hump, no. Like what you were saying. Over the hump, no.
That's a team that needed to move off of it. Like, Alec Boehm is the perfect candidate. No offense. And, again, I just saw the story. And you know what? Yeah, get your money. I hope that's a crazy story if his parents stole $3 million from him.
Yeah.
But that's a guy where I'm like, that's someone you got to just be like, it's not working. We just move on. He's fine. But he's not the guy. Like, they should have been like, go harder after Bregman. Get him and then flip Bowman a deal.
I felt like they, and I might be making this up, and I'm not. This just popped into my head. Were they gonna like go get someone at third base or trade Bohm, and then they decided like, no, that's our guy.
Yeah,
right.
I believe so. I don't
remember the details behind that, the specifics, but I remember like Bohm being like talked about as not being a Philly, and then it was like, no, like he's a Philly, and then it was like, all right, like that's our guy, and
yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about the Phillies. I mean, again, they could also Turner could have another incredible year. Schwarber could have another incredible year. Harper could get back right to where he was, and then we're looking like idiots, and they're right there in their first place. Wouldn't shock me.
I mean, yeah,
could happen.
I don't know.
Braves, I have third, and did I have them as a play? Yeah, I have them as a playoff team. I have Phillies and Braves as my other 2 wild card teams. Again, the rotation is. They're always hurt. Strider's back on the injured list. I'm so bummed because like he's as fun a pitcher to watch when he's healthy, and it just bums me out that he can't just stay healthy and get on the field. But regardless, when these guys do get healthy, you've got Chris Sale back right out there. To me, the biggest difference is a full year of Ronald Acuna Jr. No worry about injury or anything. When he's right, he's the second best player in the National League. Period. Like he just is. He can be the best player in all of baseball. when he's, or best outfielder in all of baseball when he's on. And that makes all the difference to me with a lineup of Matt Olson, Austin Riley, all you could go on and on and on. Marlins, I like them. They're scrappy. I got them 4th. And Nationals are rebuilding. I got them in the 5th spot.
You have the Braves over the Giants for that last wild card spot, huh?
I do. Again, I just like that lineup. I like the potential of what Ronald Acuna Jr. can bring. And I like the top of that rotation. Like if Strider's healthy, Strider, Sale, Lopez, you've got Bryce Elder in the back end. Yeah. And they added Robert Suarez, which I think was a low-key really good move this offseason. Back into the bullpen's good. I like the Braves. I think where a lot of people are kind of sleeping on them.
Cool.
I think they're good. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, real quick, we'll round it out. I know we've been going long. We got to get all our big predictions out. Let's just real quick: MVPs for both leagues, Cy Youngs for both leagues, Rookies of the Year, and your World Series pick.
All right, MVPs in the National League: Shohei Ohtani. In the American League, Bobby Witt Jr. Cy Young picks in the National League: Paul Skeens. In the American League, Garrett Crochet. I'm just going to throw out this because I love this pick. Managers of the Year, I'm going to go Dave Roberts again because the Dodgers will break the single-season wins record.
Woo!
And I think Dave Roberts will.
I remember last year they were like, oh, they only had like 92 wins or 93 wins.
Over the last 4 seasons, they've only gotten less and less. It was like 111, 106 or whatever it was to 102, 96, 93. I think they're just too good and they're too deep where they could put out their like B, C plus brand of baseball and win every series this year. Will that happen? No, it's baseball. But I think that they do find a way to maybe by, what is it, 117 they'd have to get to?
It almost feels like the peak when the Warriors were at their absolute peak for basketball, and you could tell the nights where they didn't quite put in the effort and the nights where they did, or the nights where they were like, oh, we were trying to play, we were trying to play on B mode tonight, but now we got to click in and lock in for the 4th quarter, and they would still pull out a win. But like they were so good that they could turn it on and off super easily. I get the same vibe from the Dodgers, where there's nights where they can be like, let's rest a little bit tonight. And there's nights where like we got to lock in and show everyone we're the best team. And like that's the sign of like you are so good that you can just turn it on and off on a win.
Yeah. And then in the AL, Skip Schumacher would be Rangers.
Yes.
Rangers.
Which would be a good pick for
if they won the division.
Yeah.
Did I leave anyone out? World Series winner?
Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah, Rookie of the Year. In the American League, these aren't so like unique. I have Kevin McGonigal. I had him before his day yesterday, by the way. And then in the National League, I do have J.J. Weatherholt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And your World Series pick.
Dodgers in 6 over the... Well, let's go Texas Rangers again.
All right.
Yeah.
Dodgers Rangers. So matchup of 2 teams that have won the World Series already in this decade. I like it.
Yep.
MVPs. NL, Shohei. I was going to go different, but I can't. AL, Julio Rodriguez.
Cool.
I think it's time. 25. He's been great, but not the best player. I love the Mariners this year. I think they are going to have the best record in the American League. So I think it's going to be Julio. Cy Youngs.
Love that pick.
I already said it. I won't talk about him again, but I love Yuri Perez, National League. I got him. That's my Cy Young pick.
Nice.
Garrett Crochet. I'm also going with you for my Cy Young.
Dude, he looks so good yesterday.
Yeah. And I think it's also like a little voter fatigue. Like I think Scooble could be, and again, I think maybe just to tick off because there's less pressure on him to be the dude. So maybe that is part of it. And then you have Crochet, who I just think has just continually been so good. Kind of feels like how for years I picked Chris Sale, another former White Sox, to win because it's just like at some point it's going to happen.
White Sox to Red Sox. Yeah.
It's just he's racking up all these stats, and it did finally happen. He was just on the Atlanta Braves. But yeah, I just feel like that's an easy one. Rookies of the Year, I've got Bubba Chandler, Pirates. I think we forget how good he was when he got called up last year.
He's awesome.
I think it's yeah. I don't know. There's no other guy that strikes me right now in the National League. Weatherholt, I know. But, yeah, I'm going Bubba. I'm going Bubba Chandler.
Cool.
And I'll go Sam Basayo. Rookie of the year for the Baltimore Orioles. I think he's going to have a really solid year. World Series, just because I'm going to be different, I'm going to go Mets over the Detroit Tigers.
Cool.
I like the Tigers get in the playoffs. That rotate to me, it's always who's got the best rotation. You saw with the Dodgers last year, who can get the best starting five for you. And I just think the Mets are such, all around. I think that is such a talented roster. I think an NLCS between the Dodgers and Mets goes 7, and I think it's a coin flip. So I'll just say the coin finally flips against the Dodgers this time, and it's the Mets who make it to the World Series.
Cool.
There you go.
I don't like it, but cool.
I just couldn't say the Dodgers again.
Yeah, it's boring. You know, it's
It
like,
would've been
yeah,
boring.
it's as soon as I was picking like Ohtani for MVP, I'm like, you know, but
Even Tigers.
I'm trying to be correct here.
I originally was writing Mariners, and I just was like, do I really like the Mariners and the Mets in the World Series? Like, we're not playing MLB The Show here. I know they're I think they are maybe the two most talented rosters, but like, it just felt weird to write that down. So I went Tigers, which felt a little less weird, but still kind of weird. So that's going to do it. Who are you picking up this preseason or these first few weeks of the season? Time to pick it up now because, you know, this is when things get kind of goofy with prices the first month because all the eyeballs are on baseball for a month. But let us know in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to Mojobreak Media and subscribe to the podcast. Just search Mojobreak wherever you get podcasts. Baseball's back. Feels good. Woo! And we'll be here all season long. For Bubba, I'm Cody. We'll see you guys next time on Waxbacks and Orange.
See you.